Viewers and subscribers, welcome back to the Sports Perspective TV. As always, thank you for tuning in. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. And I can only start by saying, what a performance. When you talk about impressive, when you talk about dominant, when you talk about superb, all the adjectives that you can use, to describe, that is what you have to use to describe this performance by the West Indies in this match against Uganda. As a West Indian fan, I must say I'm very pleased with the performance. It was just brilliant all around. So we're going to be going over the match, giving you the scores and the details of the match, and then also sharing a few other things as well. So it was just a overall dominating performance by West Indies. With the bat, we definitely didn't score as much as we wanted, but in the end, it was a very good total considering the conditions. And the Uganda team also, they bowled well. So we must give Uganda credit for that. But it was a brilliant batting performance by the West Indies to start with. So batting first in the match, West Indies, they were able to get to 173 for 5 of their 20 overs. And there were contributions from pretty much all the batsmen throughout the innings, right? So at the top of the order, Johnson Charles, he was the top scorer for the team. He scored 44 from 41 balls. Brandon King got 13 from 8. So Johnson Charles faced most of the balls, right? Scoring 44 runs. I would have definitely loved if his strike rate was a lot, if he scored a lot faster than that. But runs is runs, and he put the runs on the board to help the team get to that 173. Other contributions in the team. So Nicholas Pooran batting at number 3. He scored 22 from 17. Ravman Powell, he got 23 from 18. Sherfield Rutherford as well, he got 22 from 16. But it was Andre Russell in the back end of the innings that really propelled the team to that total of 173, especially of the last over of the innings. So Andre Russell scored 30 from 17. But it was that last over where I think he hit about 4 fours in that last over to get the team above 170. And got the momentum going into the bowling innings, right? So, like I mentioned earlier, the Ugandan bowlers, they bowled well. In the last 5 overs, I think we scored 49 in the last 5 overs. But in that last over, I think we scored about 18 runs or 19 runs. So, leading up to that final over, the Ugandan bowlers were definitely held us in check for those last 5 overs. It was that last over with those boundaries hit by Andre, so that really got the team up to that total above 170. So like I said earlier, I must give a shout out to the Ugandan bowlers. They bowled well, they bowled well and did well to contain us and prevent us from scoring over 200 runs, which that I'm sure that was the target. That was the aim, to score more than 200 runs. But when you come up against teams that bowl well, you have to give them credit. So Uganda, well done with their bowling. But so nevertheless, we got to 173, and in our bowling, as you can tell from the thumbnail, we bowled them out for 39 runs. 39, which I think is tied for the lowest total ever in a T20 World Cup. So it was brilliant bowling by West Indies, especially Akeal Hosein. Akeal Hosein, he just ran to the Ugandan top order, taking wickets from his very first over, and he finished with 5 for 11. Took 5 wickets for 11 runs, the second best bowling figures in T20 World Cup history after Faruqi. But Akeal Hosein was just brilliant bowling by him, throughout the innings. So huge shout out to Akeal Hosein. He definitely showed his class in this match, and showed why, as Captain Ravman Powell said, he showed why he's ranked as one of the top bowlers in the rankings of T20 cricket. It was a brilliant performance by him today. So I must give him a huge shout out. But all the bowlers bowled well. So like I said, Akil Hosein took 5 for 11. Shamar Joseph, he took 2 for 3 from 3 overs. Andre Russell, he took 1 for 4, bowling just 1 over. But that was a brilliant ball. He took a wicket with his first ball. It was a brilliant ball by Andre Russell to bowl that Ugandan batsman. Unplayable. Gudakesh Motie, he took 1 for 6 from his 2 overs as well. And Romario Shepherd, he took 1 for 9 from his 2 overs as well. So all the bowlers bowled well again in this match, as they did in the first match. So it was a overall, brilliant bowling performance by the team, getting Uganda out for just 39 runs. A huge shout out to the West Indies team. As fans, we criticized them for the way they won the match against Papua New Guinea, as we expected them to be dominant. And we definitely demanded improvements for this game, and we asked for improvements, and they definitely improved and improved significantly. This was a very dominating performance, as most people expected, and we asked for a dominating win, and we got that dominating win from the West Indies team. So we must give them a huge shout out for the way they performed in this match, because when they don't perform as up to expectations, we are very critical of them. Right? So whenever they do perform well or perform even above expectations, we must give them a huge shout out. So huge shout out to the West Indies team on this magnificent victory. And with this, so me personally, I wanted them to win the match by a bigger margin than Afghanistan beat them, and they did that. So they won the match by 134 runs. Afghanistan only beat them by, well, I say only, but it was still a huge margin. I think it was 125 runs was the margin of victory for Afghanistan. So this victory, it definitely improved our net run rate as well. So currently our net run rate is 3.5, a bit above 3.5. Afghanistan, they still have a superior run rate. I think theirs is like 5.2 something, after their 2 impressive victories. But we wanted an impressive win to boost our net run rate, because we know this group might come down to net run rate. And this victory definitely aided us in that department. So again, a huge shout out to the team. And as fans, we definitely have to just enjoy this one. Enjoy this one before the next match. And I know we would like to be hard on the team, and there are definitely areas that the team can still improve. So I know we'll definitely be talking about the areas they can improve as well. But nevertheless, even though improvement can still be made, it was a brilliant victory. So let's not just be critical of the team. Let's give them credit, when they do well. And what better way to do it than to win a match by 134 runs. Even though we didn't score above 200 as we wanted, we were still able to win the match by a huge margin. So a huge shout out to the West Indies team again. I can't stop saying it enough. Especially Akil Hosein. His brilliant bowling figures, 5 for 11. That's not normal bowling. That's top notch. That's top class, top quality. He was swinging the ball. You would almost thought that it was a left-handed pace bowler bowling. The way his ball was moving in the air, and he bamboozled the Ugandan batsman. Simply put it like that. He was turning the ball both ways. So his normal ball, it turned a lot. As you know, Guyana is a pitch that just Guyanese playing conditions, whichever ground you play at in Guyana, they're normally good for spin bowlers. And so the ball was turning a lot, and Akil Hosein's arm ball was moving a lot in the air, and it caused his arm ball was really what did the damage, to this Ugandan batting lineup. They couldn't read it, and it was just brilliant bowling by Akil Hosein. I can't stop saying it enough. So a huge shout out to Akil Hosein, a huge shout out to the West Indies team for performing up to the standard that we expect of them, especially playing against associate nations. So a huge margin of victory. I must say I'm very happy. And I'll definitely enjoy this, leading up to the next match. Now, of course, like I said, looking at things that we can improve on, but a huge shout out to the West Indies team again. I can't say it enough. We as fans demanded that they perform, and they showed up and performed well. And I must say the bowling has been performing better than the batting in this World Cup so far, even though we say the batting is the strength. So it can only get better, once the batting really click like we know it can, and if the bowling continue to do what they are doing, then it can only get better from here. So, well, that's all I have for you in this video, viewers and subscribers. As always, thank you for tuning in. Definitely let me know what you think about this victory in the comment section. Share your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this victory. And yeah, like I said, just enjoy this victory, viewers and subscribers. And we look forward to facing New Zealand in the next match. Thank you for tuning in. And do remember to like the video, share your thoughts in the comment section, and also subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.